Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And on the screen today, you're going to be watching some Modern Warfare alpha gameplay on PS4, but it is currently Friday, August 23rd, and if you are watching this right now, there's a new update for Modern Warfare 2v2 alpha, and it adds the Docks map courtesy of Charlie Intel, and it says Infinity Ward has released a playlist update for the Modern Warfare 2 2v2 alpha on PS4 today, and it's brought in a new map for players to try out. The update has made the Docks Gunfight map live now for players to check out in-game, alongside the previously released Pine King and Speedball. And the description says a London shipyard with vessels traveling along the river behind one team's infiltration point, with the other team spawning in streetside due west. Buildings 51, the foreman's office, and 52, the crew's quarters, are two-story brick structures that define the map's north and south, with a bridge connecting the two over a concrete walkway. The walkway under the bridge's center, which also sits over a concrete waterway running east to west, serves as the overtime flag's location. Throughout this weekend, there will be one additional map added to the 2v2 gunfight open alpha called Stacks, which was showcased during the Modern Warfare reveal stream earlier in August. There may be other surprises as well throughout the weekend, including new weapons, class variations in gunfight, and more for this one weekend of the open alpha. Stay tuned for updates throughout the weekend. So yeah, you know, if you are playing right now on PS4, like I said, there's one map. It looks decent. It doesn't look that bad. Personally, I do like the regular map like the best. I'm pretty sure it's called King. Pine is probably like my least favorite map, and the Speedball is decent, but for now, King is the best. I don't really like how the verticality is looking with this new one called Docks. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of things that you have to check and stuff like that, a lot of places where people could hide and, you know, all that kind of stuff, but it seems decent. I haven't played it yet, but I mean, you know, it's probably just like a regular 2v2, just you know, and that's it. Next one we here that we have courtesy of Charlie Intel once again. It says footstep audio changes coming to Modern Warfare in beta. Another big piece of feedback from the Modern Warfare 2 alpha has been about footsteps audio in game. Many fans have noticed that footstep audio is quite loud for the player's own footsteps and quieter for other players while they're walking around. It's harder to hear where enemies are, while you can easily hear your own footsteps, which is unnecessary. And then Ashton Williams, apparently she works for Infinity Ward, she confirmed on Twitter that they will be making changes to footsteps audio in the game. And she said a lot of comments around hearing other players. Audio for first-person footsteps has been lowered, while fall-off audio for enemy footsteps has been raised. You'll see this change in the beta. They will be reducing first-person audio footsteps and raising the audio footsteps of other players in the game. This update will be ready for the beta. A list of known issues and feedback talking points for Modern Warfare is available here. I will link the Intel, the Charlie Intel article, and then I'm obviously going to link the one that they just said down below in the description as always. But, you know, I feel like this is pretty good, because if there's one thing that I hate about Modern Warfare, or not Modern Warfare, just Call of Duty in general, and one thing that I always just like hated was the sound of, you know, hearing my own footsteps. And so, you know, this is good. I rather hear other people's obviously than hear my own footsteps, and I do find my footsteps to sometimes be like distracting and stuff like that. So, and you know, like I'm like a super tryhard and I have like Astros and stuff like that. So yeah, and I'm not sponsored, so I know that's pretty rare these days, but yeah, you know, I feel like this is pretty good, and I'm very glad to see that they are listening to feedback and all that kind of stuff right out of the gate. Because I mean, this is the alpha. All they have to do was just like throw out the alpha and say, all right, you know, you guys just play, and then we're gonna make whatever changes, like, you know, later on, and that's it. But first day, just like, you know, the girl said, she said that they're going to be changing the footsteps and whatever, but first day, from the feedback that they got, everybody said, oh well, you know, the first person footsteps are too loud, and they said, all right, you know what, we hear you, and we're going to be changing that. But yeah, so you know, it's definitely good to see and good to hear and know that we actually have competent developers that are actually willing to listen. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. Very much appreciated. All relevant links are down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next one.